Beneath the ancient Bodhi tree, Buddha sat serenely, surrounded by disciples eager to receive his wisdom and teachings. A wealthy merchant approached, his face etched with sorrow, his hands trembling with anxiety and his voice hesitant to speak. "Buddha, my trusted friend has betrayed me," said the merchant, his words heavy with anguish and disbelief at the betrayal. "His whispers poisoned my family against me. His lies robbed me of peace. And his deceit shattered my trust," he added. Buddha gazed at him with compassion, his eyes reflecting the depth of understanding gained from his own life experiences. "Trust is a precious gift, but trust must be paired with awareness. For blind trust is vulnerable to betrayal," Buddha said. He turned his gaze to Ananda, a young monk known for his tender heart. "Ananda, tell me about the bowl you cherished." His minister, envious of the king's power and popularity, sowed seeds of doubt among the people and the court. He continued. The minister whispered lies into influential ears, crafting narratives that portrayed the king as unworthy and deceptive in his reign. Buddha explained. "I grieve its loss every day," he admitted. Buddha nodded, understanding the depth of Ananda's attachment to the simple object. Buddha paused, allowing the weight of the story to settle among the listeners, each reflecting on its relevance to their lives. The king was betrayed not by the lies themselves, but by his failure to perceive the intentions behind those words. Buddha said, "Whispers may seem gentle, but they carry the venom of malice when driven by envy, greed, or resentment." Buddha added. The merchant lowered his gaze, his mind wrestling with the truth of Buddha's story and its implications for his own situation. "Buddha, how can one discern the intentions behind words, when deceit often hides in eloquence and kindness?" he asked. Buddha smiled softly, his demeanor calming the merchant's turbulent emotions and providing a sense of direction amidst his confusion. "Listen not only to words but to actions. Observe not just speech but the motives and patterns of behavior," Buddha replied. "Words may deceive, but actions reveal the truth. For deeds are mirrors reflecting the intentions rooted within a person's heart," he added. Buddha raised his hand, pointing toward the horizon where sunlight danced upon the ripples of a distant river, symbolizing clarity. "Clear waters reveal their depths, but troubled waters mask their treasures. Clarity of mind is needed to perceive intentions," Buddha taught. Another day, the monastery was alive with the gentle hum of nature and the murmurs of the disciples gathering together. Soma, a weaver of humble means, approached the Buddha, her face etched with worry over her uncertain economic future. "Endurance comes from understanding the impermanence of all things," Buddha replied. "Suffering is transient, like clouds passing through the sky." The merchant, feeling enlightened, expressed gratitude, pledging to rebuild his life guided by Buddha's teachings and principles of clarity and trust. Buddha watched him depart, his heart filled with compassion, aware of the challenges the merchant would face on his journey ahead. Buddha turned to his disciples, continuing his teachings, emphasizing vigilance, awareness, and the importance of discerning intentions behind words and deeds. "Trust in others can strengthen bonds, but trust must always be balanced with discernment to avoid vulnerability to betrayal," Buddha emphasized. Discernment is not cynicism. It is wisdom that arises from understanding the complexities of human nature and the motivations behind actions, he said. "The path to peace lies not in closing one's heart but in opening one's mind to perceive the reality beneath appearances," Buddha advised. Buddha's disciples marveled at his wisdom, resolving to embody the principles he shared, fostering peace in their hearts and communities. The silent whisper of the Bodhi leaves carried the essence of Buddha's teachings, spreading wisdom and clarity to all who listened. Another day, another gathering under the Bodhi tree. Buddha sat with his disciples, their hearts ready to embrace his teachings. A farmer approached, his hands trembling, his voice breaking as he spoke. Buddha, my brother's actions destroy my harvest. His disciples bowed, their hearts touched by his profound teachings and the clarity of his message. The sun dipped lower in the sky as Buddha continued to share his wisdom, each word a beacon of guidance. A mirror reflects the face, but actions reflect the heart. Observe deeds to discern true intentions, Buddha began. He gestured to the disciples, preparing them to hear a story revealing the truth about actions and concealed motives. There lived a bird, dwelling peacefully in its nest, until a snake approached with words of friendship and promises. Buddha narrated. The snake spoke of companionship, protection, and loyalty, charming the bird with its eloquence and seemingly genuine kindness. Buddha explained. His disciples listened intently, their respect for their teacher deepening with every word. Buddha's teachings often drew from his encounters with people from all walks of life. At night, while the bird slept, the snake devoured the eggs, leaving only shattered shells behind. Buddha revealed. Realizing the betrayal, the bird mourned its loss, regretting its decision to trust words instead of observing actions. Buddha said, it reveals the truths of existence and the path to liberation. He gestured towards the setting sun, its golden hues painting the sky. The farmer lowered his gaze, reflecting deeply, seeking guidance on how to protect himself from hidden motives and betrayal. Buddha, how can I guard my heart and my harvest without closing myself off to trust and compassion? He asked. What do you fear in letting go of your grief? He asked, his voice inviting honesty. Ananda hesitated, then replied, I fear forgetting the love that the bowl symbolized. Master, observe the patterns of others. Consistency or contradiction in actions will guide you to their true motives. Buddha elaborated. Do not rush to judgment. Patience in observation allows truth to unfold, revealing hidden intentions masked by deceptive words. Buddha continued. The king listened intently, his heart moved by the profound lessons embedded in the Buddha's tale of wise and ethical leadership. Buddha said, as a shepherd guides a flock to safety, so must you lead your people with care and foresight. Buddha gestured toward the horizon, where a flock of birds flew together in harmony, their movements aligned and synchronized. Observe nature. Harmony arises from alignment in actions, not merely words. Unity emerges from understanding and shared intentions. Buddha taught. The disciples nodded in agreement, reflecting on the universal truths of governance and the importance of compassion in leadership. The king bowed deeply, expressing gratitude for the Buddha's teachings that illuminated the path forward for his troubled and uncertain kingdom. Buddha, you have illuminated my path, guiding me to balance trust and vigilance in protecting my harvest and heart, he said. Buddha watched the farmer depart, aware of the challenges he faced, yet confident in the strength gained from wisdom shared. Turning to his disciples, Buddha continued his teachings, emphasizing observation and awareness as foundations for understanding and navigating relationships. Do not close your heart to trust, but open your mind to discern truth. Balance compassion with clarity, Buddha emphasized. The king departed with renewed resolve, inspired to embrace the virtues of wisdom and compassion in his role as a ruler. The disciples remained, silently contemplating the Buddha's teachings and how they could apply these truths to their own lives and communities. The garden grew quiet, the tranquility a reflection of the wisdom imparted that day. The Bodhi tree, under which Buddha sat, seemed to whisper its own ancient truths to the evening breeze. A young monk approached Buddha, his face marked with uncertainty, his voice trembling. Master, how can I shield myself from betrayal? My heart desires trust and love, yet fear lingers. How can I remain open without risking harm? The monk asked. Buddha regarded him with compassion, his gaze steady, offering solace and the promise of guidance through his enlightening words. Awareness is your shield, young one. It protects without hardening the heart or closing the door to trust. Buddha began. He gestured to the disciples, preparing them to listen to a tale that carried profound lessons on vigilance and love. There once lived a deer, wise and gentle, who befriended a hunter with an open heart but cautious mind. Buddha said. The hunter, skilled with traps and arrows, approached the deer, offering companionship and assurances of mutual understanding. Buddha continued. His gaze landed on a farmer, an occasional visitor, troubled by the aftermath of natural calamity. Farmer, tell me of the flood that swept your crops away, Buddha requested. His voice kind yet firm. The farmer sighed, his shoulders heavy with despair. Master, I nurtured my fields with care, but the river destroyed my labor, he replied. Despondent, at each door, she asked for a mustard seed from a home untouched by death. Every household she visited shared tales of loss and grief, their stories echoing her own pain. The young monk lowered his head, his thoughts racing, seeking to understand how to cultivate awareness without compromising his open heart. Buddha, how can I develop this awareness while remaining compassionate and open to others' intentions and actions? He asked. Buddha smiled softly, his presence calming the monk's restless thoughts. Preparing to provide wisdom to guide him forward. Awareness arises from mindfulness, a practice of observing without judgment, seeing clearly without being blinded by emotions or expectations, Buddha advised. It binds us to the impermanent and blinds us to the truth. He gestured towards the forest, its trees shedding leaves in the gentle breeze. The monk nodded, his heart lighter, his mind embracing the teachings that illuminated a path through his uncertainty and fears. Kindness and trust do not require blindness. They thrive when guided by awareness and anchored in understanding, Buddha emphasized. Buddha gestured to the horizon, where the sun cast golden rays upon the earth, symbolizing clarity and enlightenment for all. Observe the interplay of light and shadow. Awareness reveals truth amidst uncertainty, guiding you toward balance and harmony, Buddha said. The disciples absorbed Buddha's teachings, resolving to cultivate awareness in their lives, fostering relationships built on clarity and mutual respect. The young monk expressed gratitude, bowing deeply, his heart filled with resolve to embody the principles shared by his compassionate teacher. Master, your teachings illuminate my heart, guiding me to navigate trust and love with awareness and unwavering kindness, he said. Buddha watched him return to his place among the disciples, confident that his journey of understanding had begun with wisdom. Embrace them like the roots embrace the earth. The disciples looked to the banyan, its expansive reach reminding them of its resilience through time. Awareness is not the absence of trust. It is the foundation upon which true trust and meaningful connections are built, Buddha emphasized. The disciples bowed their heads, inspired by the wisdom shared, determined to integrate the teachings into their lives and relationships. It is the key to navigating life's storms with equanimity. He narrated the tale of a monk who found peace through meditation and self-reflection. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.